Back when Regieleki got introduced in Pokémon Sword and Shield, it wasn't that good in competitive singles, primarily because of its non-existent coverage. But what if I told you that this will no longer be a limiting factor and Regieleki will be a fantastic Pokémon in Pokémon Scarlet and Violet competitive singles? Let's go over why this will be the case. Regieleki is mostly known for its insane base 200 speed, which is unlike we have ever seen before on a Pokémon. This speed tier allows it to outspeed basically everything, even common scarvers like Meowscarada and setup sweepers like Dragonite at +2 if it's not using a jolly nature. Besides its high speed, Regieleki still has a respectable 100 base in both attack and special attack. It also has the ability Transistor, which boosts its electric attacks by 1.5 times. Regieleki's biggest problem last generation was its lack of coverage options and how common ground types were. Every competitive team had a ground type back in Gen 8, and this will commonly be Landorus or Garchomp, which could safely switch into Regieleki, since its best coverage was Hyper Beam, Swift or Ancient Power, which are not great options and didn't do a lot of damage. This made Regieleki a liability for the team, since every player you would run into was using a ground type. However, in Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, this problem will be fixed, since Regieleki will have access to Terrestrialization. This allows Regieleki to terrestrialize into an Ice type and use the move Terra Blast, which will become an Ice move. This is huge for Regieleki, since ground types can no longer switch in. Furthermore, Electric Ice is known as the perfect coverage. The Ice move can hit the Grass and Dragon resist and the ground immunity of the Electric type, and the Electric move can hit the Water resist of Ice. This coverage also allows a Pokémon to hit every other typing for neutral damage, and is also referred to as the Bolt Beam coverage, as a combination of the moves Thunderbolt and Ice Beam. This is why Arctozolt was also quite good back as Sword and Shield. This gives Regieleki a very powerful offensive typing, since it still keeps the original Electric Stab and gets boosted by Transistor obviously. Even though it now has a worse defensive typing, this does not really matter since Regieleki doesn't want to take hits anyway because its bulk is not that great. The weakness to Stealth Rock can also be easily negated by using the Heavy Duty Boots item, which was already a very common item for Regieleki back in Pokémon Sword and Shield. Sure, you would have to use the Terrestrialization on Regieleki to get this coverage, and you're kinda forced to run Heavy Duty Boots. But in my opinion, this is well worth the Terrestrialize, and since you get a super fast Pokémon with arguably the best offensive typing in the game, which also has a very good special attack stat. Also, little side note, Regieleki has access to Rapid Spin, which is quite nice, especially in a meta like this one. I can imagine Regieleki using an offensive set like the one on the screen right now, which will be very powerful, just trust me on that one. That's everything I have on Regieleki. If you enjoyed the video or learned something new, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more competitive Pokémon coverage. Let me know your thoughts about how Regieleki will perform once available in Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, and let me know if I missed something. Also, if you're interested in how Greninja will perform once it returns into the game next week, click the video on the screen right now. That being said, thanks for watching, see you next time.